Welcome back to Passing Time with Craig. As always, I'm your host, Craig. We're continuing with our Calgary Underground Film Festival coverage, where I get to watch some of the films and talk to the directors to get you to come out to it because there's so many amazing films at the festival this year. And this time, on today's episode, I watched the movie Little Doors by writer, director, and actor Anthony Oberbeck, who you might remember was on the pod last year to talk about a film. He was here, Cuff, previous years. He's based in the States, and he's coming up for the world premiere April 18th at the Globe Cinema. Great film. We're going to talk about making his directorial debut, writing and directing himself, directing his wife Megan, who co-stars with him, in post-apocalyptic world, finding the human moments, the romance, the comedy, all that stuff. It was a great conversation, great chatting with him. So please enjoy my conversation with Little Doors writer, director, and star Anthony Oberbeck. Well, Anthony, again, like I said, you're the first repeat guest of mine for Cuff on the podcast. I'm so excited to chat with you today. Congratulations on your new film.
Oh, thank you.
I got to watch it, and it is beautiful. It is funny. It makes you question everything. It's got everything going on.
Right.
And this is your feature directorial debut, correct?
Yeah, this is the first one. I've written and produced and acted in a few different things, and this is the first directorial notch on my belt.
And how was that for you? What was this experience like?
Oh, you know, it was great. It was I wrote and directed and starred in this, and it was a lot. But it's great. It's a fun experience.
Was it what you were expecting with the experience of it all? Like, what's it like to direct yourself?
I thought it would be harder,
Yeah.
but it was, I had a great crew. Everyone involved was just at the top of their game and are all people who understand what we're trying to make and are sort of very in this world of like super DIY team spirit kind of filmmaking.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know. And I don't know if the lead actress is my wife.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. You guys have amazing chemistry.
I can never remember if that's like put out there or how aware people are. But yeah, that helps a lot.
Yes, that definitely helps. So, Little Doors, we're in this world, shit's happening in it. Not exactly like complete post-apocalyptic, but that kind of vibe. Where did this story come from? I mean, the idea that the world's on fire is brand new. Nobody's feeling that right now.
Yeah. I plucked that out of thin air.
Yeah. Where did this come from?
To be honest, it's a lot of creativity comes from necessity.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I had been approached by Eric Cotton and Mihal O'Donnell, one of the EPs and one of the producers, and they live in Baltimore and were aware of my work and wanted to produce and finance a very low budget feature film. So they approached me and they said, if you come shoot something in Baltimore, we'll help get it made.
Wow.
So I had at my disposal the house that we shot in is Eric Cotton's house.
Oh, wow.
We had that house at our disposal and not much else and not much money. And so I sort of thought, how do you write a movie that's two actors, basically,
Mm-hmm.
a big environment like that? Just like with budget limitations, it was like, I don't want this house to just look like a generic house, but we don't have the money to decorate it per se.
Yeah.
So what if the next interesting thing is just to clear everything out? Like, how do you make something look interesting and mysterious for no money? Is just, what if we get rid of everything and shoot in just a completely empty house?
Yeah,
Uh,
well, and it works so well because you just those little things of just, starting off with just like the one plastic chair in the room and then the curtains kind of covered, like it's empty, but it feels like it's supposed to be empty.
yeah. And I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm being hard on myself, but yeah, I think the idea of uh, a post-apocalyptic type desolate environment is maybe a go-to of low budget filmmaking. I mean, there's a lot, people are shooting stuff out in the desert, or it's a easy way to sort of build a world, or play into your weaknesses in that sense, your lack of budget.
Well,
But just sort of thinking like, what can I do that's different? Uh, I thought maybe, yeah, we play up this idea that they're in like a basically empty, dying world, but let's still make it feel sort of warm and friend. Like, what if we do that, but don't, but it's all happening way in the background and doesn't even affect this story. It's like a weird detail off in the distance as you see fires and explosions and you hear about it over the radio, but they're kind of just living in this empty house.
yeah, I think you did such a great job. That's one of the things I loved about it was that you could see it even there's a doctor's office scene and you can see some smoke in the window behind the doctor. There's just these moments where you just see in the background stuff's happening, and you clearly found some great real locations of just like extra like B-roll footage of these abandoned buildings and businesses that just all add to it. And the other great thing, what I love about this film, especially when there's so much conversation going on with how movies are just getting darker and darker, like visually, the fact that this is, what the fuck's happening in this world, shit's happening, the world's on fire, but it's still so bright. It's such a
Yeah.
great contrast.
Yeah. It had come up, the with producers and other people, it had come up like, how much are we gonna, with VFX, we could make it really present. Should we color correct it to feel bleak and sort of ugly? And I kind of, yeah, no, I just went with like, what if there's this contrast of like, it works thematically to me and emotionally. I mean, the two main characters are emotionally removed, or it sort of is dealing with people who maybe are feeling things that they don't know how to express or manage.
Yeah.
So it sort of makes sense that the movie in general, it's like there's this stuff going on that you would think you would deal with,
Yeah.
or be affected by, but instead, like, the movie itself almost just kind of deadpan is like unaffected by it.
Well, we see so many movies. There's dozens and dozens every single year where it is just, and it's just is tragic and, it's end of the world because it is literally the end of the world. But you eventually become kind of, as an audience member, you're like, well, I've seen this story before. I know what's going to happen. So this, where it is a weird kind of love story and people trying to figure out what is going on with feelings and emotions. And again, that's what was so great about this thing is this film was there's so many truly human moments that come out and you just do such a great job with them.
Oh, thank you.
Like, did you know instantly you wanted those moments to really shine? You needed them not just once or twice, but sprinkled throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I think that maybe something I learned about myself writing this movie is that I think that I like high concept stuff, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think maybe the premise sounds enticing, and I like to think that like, oh, like yeah, a little door on her body and like this apocalyptic stuff and all of this is. But then when I sit down to write, I just kept finding myself like I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
Or it feels, I don't know, it's just, yeah, there's been so many movies made and so many stories told that I'm like, those things, it's so hard to follow it in a way that feels organic. Like the weirder you set up your premise, I feel like the more you cage yourself into like, okay, now I just have to deal with this premise. And I kept fighting that urge and being like, but really, I just want to deal with these two people.
Yeah.
And this weird stuff is happening, but all of the weird stuff can kind of be just an analog for stuff that is real life
Yeah, like
stuff.
without again, I want people to watch this. I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah.
there's a line. I don't think it's spoiler because we know there's a little door on her. But there's a line that's repeated several times of just that basic, simple. It's a small door on your body, like,
Mhm.
and that's what I think just kind of help explains the movie. That it's just people aren't just completely freaking out about it. They're just pointing out the obvious and trying to deal with everything else of like basic human culture.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny to me. I mean, that's also just my sense of humor. Is it's funny to, yeah.
Where did the idea of a little door on somebody come from?
I don't know. I, it popped into my head when I started writing, and then, but then after I finished the script, I was looking back and realizing it's been a recurrent thing for years that I keep coming back to. And I had, when I was younger, I remembered that I wanted to get a tattoo of a door on the side of my body.
Oh yeah.
I had written some short stories and uh different kind of stuff where just sort of that idea, that image had popped up. But yeah, I think it was just an image that was persistent in my subconscious and came out once again. Um and I just, yeah, I went with it and said, let's see what's there.
Well, I mean, you opened a door to figure it out, and that's I think it's it's such a universal metaphor as like a door, like what's behind it, and do I open it and do I go through it and all that stuff that again is just it's one of those things where everybody can kind of they can look really deep into this meaning or they can kind of take it at face value whatever they want to do with it by it being a door.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
yeah,
that's
sorry.
oh yeah, yeah. That's what, yeah.
It's quite genius like taking such a simple object and then
Yeah.
going off of it.
Yeah. I think coming from a background where I've mostly done comedy and stuff where it really is like that's what I lead with. It sort of is telegraphed to the audience like this is funny and light and you can laugh at it. Um, I feel like that language and that veneer is still there,
Yeah.
but this is me kind of opening the door to to yeah, maybe you can read into it more or get more out of it than just this is a joke or this is just funny.
Yeah. So, when you have a full-length film that primarily just is two people, we have a few other stars in it who appear, but it's really just you and Megan. You need to make sure that you can, and this film has a lot of scenes or times with no dialogue. So finding all those moments did you, when you're writing the script, do you have those moments written down or do you find them in filming when you're there? Like, let's get some moments of just, let's add in some more of this pretending to smile or practicing to smile or just looking out to the distance. Where do you come up with all these moments that don't have any dialogue?
Mm, um, hmm. To be honest, I might have to look back at the script
Yeah.
to remember. A good amount is in there,
Yeah.
and I know going in like that stylistically, that's where I sit, and I kind of know that kind of stuff is going to be there. The script is very terse and sort of choppy. Um, but then, yeah, once we get filming, we're sort of looking for more stuff like that. It's written in, and I'm working on another script right now and realizing the extent to which a lot of times I'm just writing a scene where it's someone stares into the distance.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it helps when you're writing and directing. Like,
Yeah.
I know what this is supposed to say.
You can keep, yeah, you can keep pushing it, and or you can really, you understand like writing and directing, and I understand what those moments are for, and I can push people to be like, no, we're really going to hold for like some of those takes. There's like a whole minute that's cut off.
Really.
Just a very, yeah,
So, and what's it like to direct your wife?
yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
We didn't, yeah, she's a incredible actor, I think, and hasn't acted a ton. It sort of is a hidden talent. She's a stand-up and a writer primarily. And yeah, I mean, she's one of those people that can sort of give you what you're looking for without much conversation. She's never asking for like motivation or like or sometimes even doesn't care to understand the scene.
Yeah.
You just say like, I like, yeah, I need you to cry here. I need you to do, and she can kind of just do it all on cue in a seamless, interesting way.
Well, she was fantastic, and I, that doesn't surprise me to hear that she's like a stand-up comic because there's just these, she delivers moments that are such great. You both do these great comedic moments that you need to have a some kind of background in comedy because it's very dry, very serious, and other people I don't think could pull it off. But there's definitely I was chuckling to myself quite a bit in this movie. There's right at the beginning the you're smoking at the beginning. It's one of I was like I'm so sold on this movie.
Great. That's great. That's one of the few moments where I feel like we edited to make that moment longer. Like the when I'm coughing and sort of that weird, it kind of cuts back and forth and we like enhance that moment. But yeah, so much of it was shot and made to just be these wide static shots where things just play out. Um, which then, yeah, it becomes especially important to understand each other's sensibility as actors and to get into that rhythm. Because it's like so many of those moments, it's like we're not gonna cut back and forth to adjust the rhythm or like make a joke work. Like we have to do this now the right the right way.
Yeah, and I have to ask, are you a dancer in real life? Do you enjoy dancing?
I do.
Okay.
No, no, I mean it's up to you, I feel like, and the rest of the audience to decide if I'm a dancer.
I think you did a great job. I thought it was fantastic, especially because there's no music in the scene.
Yeah. I like to dance and I like movement a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes across to other people as dancing per se or or as like performance art, but yeah.
Yeah, it was fun and just again you have stuff happening main focus on the camera but then there's just this world behind and so there's a moment where Megan's dealing with something and you're just in the background and it just plays so well.
Yeah.
Do you like editing? Is that a favorite part of like this whole process or is it one you kind of dread sometimes?
I hate editing.
Yeah.
Uh, in theory, I like it a lot. Conceptually, I love what editing is, but I have a very, very hard time sitting in front of a computer. I think maybe going back to, I mean, tying in your last question, I think I'm a very kinetic, uh, I like to, I'm a very physical person.
Yeah.
Like I like to be up and about in the real world. And
Yeah.
the idea of spending even an hour in front of the computer, like focused on something, makes me go crazy.
Uh,
So it was a year of, I edited this all myself. Uh, Megan and I live in a very small 1-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles, and I edited the whole thing on my laptop in bed. We only have one desk,
wow.
and she uses it during the day, so I would put a little dinner table tray over myself and basically sit in bed and edit. And then the day, like literally, I think the day after I finished editing that way, we figured out that there's a corner of the apartment that we could clear a bunch of junk out, and we bought a desk for me.
Just at the end.
I'm sitting, I don't know if even
Oh yeah.
for you, I don't know if you're playing the video on the,
That's amazing.
but yeah, I got a desk set up for myself the day I finished.
Well, that's impressive because when people watch this film and see it, like the thing that you were in bed editing this is really impressive.
Well, yeah. This Calgary will be my test audience if I should tell people that. Or
Yeah, that's
not.
fair.
It's like maybe I'm self-conscious that there's gonna be people in the audience like, yeah, it looks like it.
Well,
It
they
like it was edited on a laptop in a bed.
well, so speaking of which, you've been to Calgary before. You've made other films. You've been part of different ones, but here you are wearing so many hats on this one film. Your feature directorial debut, world premiere at Cuff. What are you feeling as you're about to release this to the world?
I feel great.
Yeah,
I feel excited.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, came to Cuff for the first time in 2023 with Dad and Stepdad.
yeah,
And then last year with Reveries, the Mind Prison.
yeah.
Um, and Cuff, I mean, Calgary, it was one of our first choices to premiere the movie, if not like first choice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really I think one of the best festivals out there. And really the festival itself, but the city as well, just feels so embracing of movies, and especially of strange off-kilter movies, of people taking risks, of people doing it for the art and for the community, and trying to discover just new ways of making stuff. Yeah, it's always felt it's been like one of our favorite stops in all of our screening. So I'm very excited to return. And I'm very excited to be finished thinking about this movie. It's unbelievable what a relief it is to not be thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, I bet. Like it's all consuming, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been a couple of years that it's really is just sort of always there, taking up a part of your brain.
Yeah. Why do you think audiences are so drawn to seeing something different? Is it because we get a little bit of this same old repetitive remakes and sequels, and that's why we are drawn to something just it might not be their normal cup of tea, but they're like, let's go check it out because it's something completely different.
Yeah. Calgary, you mean Calgary or just in general?
Just in general.
I think it's it seems to be sort of an eternal battle, is just, yeah, people do want something different. more than studios or corporations or big entities will let us believe. I think I mean, yeah, primarily, I've exclusively made movies that would be described as strange,
Yeah.
and different, and we screen them all over the place, and people love them, and we go to, you know, uh places where it's like, it's not even like, we're playing at the punk venues. Like, these are regular movie theaters.
Yeah.
We stuff at like Alamo Draft House, for just, general regular, and people are always psyched.
Yeah.
And I think it's well, I think it seemed, in my experience, places that are maybe a little more conservative culturally,
Yeah.
and that's my sort of assumption, or what I get from Calgary.
Very, very accurate.
We've gone to like Dallas, Texas, and like, places where there's yeah, a little bit more of a like general conservative vibe in the air. I feel like there are people that are like very excited to get to take part in stuff that's the opposite of that, where they're like pushing back a little bit on that conservatism.
Yeah, that's 100% right. Like, Calgary, Alberta right now, there's a lot of shit happening with the current government and stuff they're trying to do. And every time I go to something that Cuff's putting on, or the Calgary International Film Festival, the Fairy Tales Queer Festival, anytime I go to see a movie at any of these things, or just a smaller film that's outside of the festivals, and I show up to it and I see tons of people there, it just makes me so happy, because it's just like, these people want to see stuff. They want to go, and they want to see everything. They want to see stories from everybody. And if it's a little weird, if it's a romance between people that you wouldn't expect, whatever it is, people are into it.
Absolutely. I grew up in Missouri, and it's very, like, where I grew up had like one of the best music scenes that I've experienced. And I think it's because of that. Like, when you're a teenager, you're in your 20s in the middle of Missouri, you're like, we gotta make weird, cool stuff, or we're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta do it. And now True False Film Festival is a huge film festival that takes place there.
Yeah.
So it does sort of breed, it seems like. Yeah.
And as we start to wrap up here, what advice do you have to any filmmakers who are listening? Because Cuff, again, there's so many great things about it, but it's a film festival that really likes these DIY, like, small crew. The people are doing everything roles. What advice do you have for filmmakers who want to make movies but think they maybe can't get the crew together or the budget, whatever it may be?
Definite first piece of advice would be to come see Little Doors at at Cuff.
Yeah.
Great place to start is, I think, just it's like the easiest and the hardest advice, and everyone says it, but like, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that whatever you have at hand, if it's, even if it's just you by yourself, start as small as you need to start. If you're like, I want to make movies, I don't even have any crew, all I have is a camera, what can you make that's 2 minutes long using that camera? Like, just be like, what's a reasonable place to just start?
Yeah.
And feel like I did something, even if it's a tiny video. And then that will feel easy to you. And then the next week you can be like, well, if I did that, I could make a 10-minute short. And if I did that, then I can just start with the first step, and let it evolve, and trust that every week or every month you'll figure out the next piece. You'll figure out something else you can add. And I think before you know it, someone else will notice what you're doing and want to help out. And it'll grow from there.
Yeah. It comes down to, do you want to do this? Are you passionate about it? And if you are, you're going to put the work into it, because it's going to feel like work, but at the same time, it's going to feel so rewarding. And then others are going to see, no, he really believes in it.
Yeah. And I think people are afraid of the first, of being too small, or feeling like you're already thinking ahead to like, but I want to make a movie. That's impossible.
Yeah.
But if you just start with like, just go around your city and just with whatever camera you've got, and just say, for this week, the goal is just what's the best shot I can get. And if I can get one beautiful shot that's a minute long and just I can look at that, then that's a start,
Yeah, that's great advice. I think it's perfect. We're going to let you go here in just a moment, but you're coming to Calgary, right? You're going to be here?
Yeah, me and Megan are both coming.
Excellent. Are you excited to sit and watch the movie with this crowd, or are you going to be in the lobby avoiding it?
I've watched this movie so many times.
Yeah.
I have to watch it one more time to make sure that the DCP doesn't have glitches or anything. But I think by the time I get to Calgary, I'll be very excited to watch it with an audience, and to see it on a big screen and hear it through big speakers and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so excited. You did such a great job with it. I said at the beginning, I just thought it was so amazing. Very beautiful film. So thank you and congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I encourage everybody to go out and check this out. World premiere April 18th at the Globe Cinema. You and Megan are going to be in attendance. People, come check it out.
Yeah. Come check us out.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you, Anthony, so much. It was a pleasure chatting with you again.
Oh, yeah. You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. And I'll let you go. I appreciate everything. Yeah.
I appreciate the interview.
Yeah, anytime.
You're in the first, I think you're still within like the first 10 people that have watched the movie and given me any kind of feedback.
Oh, awesome. Well, wow, I feel honored.
Face where I'm like, every word means so much.
No, truly, it was, I instantly was into this film. I got just moment one, I was like, what's happening here? And I just loved it. I was laughing. I was feeling all kinds of emotions. And again, beautifully shot, everything about it.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay, well, I will let you go, and hopefully I'll see you when you're here in Calgary. Otherwise, have a great time.
I'll be around.
Okay, sounds good. See ya. Thank you so much, Anthony Oberbeck, for coming on the podcast once again. The first repeat Cuff guest, and it was an honor to chat with him. He's such a cool dude, and this film is fantastic. The Calgary Underground Film Festival Cuff runs April 16th to the 26th at Globe Cinema here in Calgary. World premiere of Little Doors is April 18th. Get your tickets. You do not want to miss out for this. Hopefully, it has not sold out yet, so you can still go get those tickets, but I'm sure it's going to be a popular one. Every time Anthony's come here, it's been a big hit. So, get your tickets today. Also, check out the Calgary Underground Film Festival's website, their social media, for the full schedule and to get tickets. You do not want to miss this. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You do not want to miss this festival. It's always a great time. Make sure to follow me on social media at PTW Craig, Passing Time with Craig on Facebook and Instagram for all the fun ways to pass time. Otherwise, we'll chat soon. Bye.